We are live, bro. We are live, but we don't know what we're actually live on. We know it might be my channel. We don't know if it's live on this channel or if I've put it on the... We could be on Sabs for all we know.
We could be on absolutely.
We could be anywhere. We could be anywhere. So you'll be able to find out if we're what live we're actually on.
According to this, we're live, but nothing's. I can't see any pictures or anything.
You can't see any pictures?
I can't see. No, all I can see is the back screen.
What, my back screen?
Yeah. All I can see is bros at home. That's it. That's all I can see.
Can anybody hear us? You know what, don't we? We haven't gone live on this bros at home. We've gone live just on Little Bros. That's what we've done.
He's going live somewhere.
We're live somewhere. I think it might be just actually on my channel. We have done this before, haven't we?
No, never done it before.
I'm going to close that one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into YouTube. We'll start crashing in a minute because I'm doing too many things. And I'm near enough certain what we will be is not on that Bros at Home. Will be actually live. I hope I'm not live on Savs. That wouldn't be very good if we were live on Savs. Well, it won't matter. The lads would take it as a laugh. We'd be alright. My channel. Welcome everybody as well, though, if anybody is actually watching. And we don't know about it. We are live, but it actually says 3 men in a vape show.
Oh, well.
I can't see the other Bros at Home one, though. So this isn't episode 2, obviously.
I'm just out of seeing if we're live.
I can't see the other Bros at Home one, though. Yeah, we're not. So this isn't episode 2, obviously.
Oh, I heard something.
Yeah, we're on. It's the what do you call it?
I'm just out of seeing if we're live.
I can't see the other Bros at Home one, though. Stop doing that. That's it. It's muted now. I can pop chat time. Mark, you need to go and hi everybody. Nice to see you. We are actually. Have you found it, Mark?
No, not yet.
Right, go onto my channel.
Right,
and it's actually 3 men in a vape show. It's come up as.
Oh well. No, not yet.
Right, go onto my channel. Yeah, see, this is how to do it, people. Not. I do apologise to anybody who thinks it's this three men in a vape show. It's not, obviously. I will change it all around at. When it goes live. But we are live. Bros at Home, eventually.
Hey, afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. We've got a fair few in chat here already. Wow.
Yeah. It's not like us, is it?
I know.
Do you know what? This isn't the chat from last week, is it?
It could be.
Read the chat, you tit. Yeah, we are live, we are live, we are live. Lovely to see everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. What it basically was, with me and Mark, I actually had some problems with a lot of things in my life, but Mark was sorting out me Paint Shop Pro.
And we were sat talking about for next week.
Yeah, we were sat down talking about just bits and bobs of vaping. I said, well, I'll tell you what, why don't we just do a show? And you went, yeah, go on, then we'll do a show. So then we spent the last 30 minutes... trying to work out whether who's where and what we were going to live.
Yeah.
So it is lovely to see everybody here in chat, which I'm going to get up again. There we are. Just make sure that we're not dropping any frames. Lovely. Lethal Coils, nice to see you, brother. Hope you're okay. Jay Jerry, nice to see you, mate. Bill Richards, Village Vapor, Ryan's. Love you loads, bro. Not long, and we're going to be there in Jam. I can't wait. Ditherin, Big Boy Coils, I see you, brother. Andy Summerfield, Bronco Monk, Myco Stereo, Ebby Vapes, nice to see you. Anybody else around? I think that's about what we've got in, bro.
Awesome.
That's not bad. So, bro, what are you vaping on?
What am I vaping on? What am I vaping on? I have got the... What have I got? What have I got? Do I even know how to vape? Right, I've got the Aquitus, whatever you want to call it, that thing with the Purge truck on there. I've got the Wii 2 with the OBS engine, and that's about it at the moment. Oh, tell a lie. I'm telling lies. I've just sorted out the review for the Ice Spider. I've got the Dead Rabbit on there. And I've also got the Moose Outlaw with the drop on there as well. Juice-wise, Wheat Liquor Contra.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that is gorgeous, but I can't work out what it is. It's a very citrusy type of flavour.
David Flannery from Tipperary. Sorry, bro.
From Tipperary.
Yeah.
Wow. Hello, David.
Nice to see you, buddy. Sorry, Mark, go on.
So it's a very citrusy. You've got I'm almost getting like a guava-y, that type of lychee, mango-y, that kind of a flavour coming off.
So that
it.
reggae juice.
I know, almost. So yeah, that's quite interesting. What else have I got? I've got my own brew lemon, and I've got Wheat Liquor Carnival as well. So yeah, you've kind of cut me off with the juices. So that's all I'm vaping on at the moment.
I've got absolutely loads of stuff around, really. I'm vaping on all sorts. I've got the Triro kit, which the review's just out there. Yo, Chris has found us. Everybody else is sat in that other chat, waiting for us. I've got the... Chris, go back to that other chat and tell them that we're all over here.
We're all over here.
I've got the Preco kit, which I'm going to be getting a review out for that, which I'm really liking, with the Preco tank, with some Soul Rebel in there.
I've just had a go at it, haven't I?
Yeah.
Literally, just literally had to go at it. It's a cracking little kit, isn't it?
Yeah, single 18650.
Mega impressed with that.
80 watt, comes with a little drip tip. We're doing review already.
I know. Do you know something? It's that drip tip that's impressed me.
Yeah.
I know it sounds daft because on the original, where is it now? On the original, I never did like the actual size of the drip tip. It just felt a bit too...
Yeah.
When you're sucking on it, it was so like, ooh. So,
I'll tell you what I have been enjoying, Mark. What I'm enjoying, what I did like about it, you did read the letter that you got with it.
Yeah.
The bit that I like about it is that, obviously, the big hoo-ha was about the recycling bit of it.
And we both mentioned that in his reviews, didn't we?
Yeah, now, what they've done now is that you can actually put it in your recycle bin and it will get recycled. They'll take the metal out of it and recycle the plastic. Also, they said if you collect them up and send them to Horizon Tech, who are now in with V-Zone, if you send it over to them, they will dispose of it as well. I'm not quite sure if it's free postage or anything. It doesn't say that, but I will give them an email to find that out. But that sort of like squashes the sort of plastic sort of argument to it, because you can get 3 of them for roughly around about £11.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when they first came out, I mean, we mentioned it back when we first saw them at London, and the first thing that we all said was brilliant tank, brilliant flavour, blah blah blah. But we both had that same. In fact, I think the whole table had the same concern. It is sort of like, we're trying to cut down on plastic, and we're getting... I think especially that time of the year, it was the sort of like big thing in the news of reducing plastic, and it's sort of like, well, they're bringing this out. But now that they're sort of like, yeah, we will recycle it as well, I think that's absolutely brilliant, especially for a company.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was something that we all picked up on. And obviously the world's now going all big about plastics. I would talk to somebody about that plastic. Where's this other money going, though? This 10 pence that you're paying for a plastic bag?
It's supposedly, according to the government, that they're supposed to be investing into recycling and that. That's where it's supposed to be going. But from what I can see, it's just another syntax. It's a syntax, isn't it?
You will get people who will. Nice to see you, Pop Juice. Dallas, Cousin, nice to see you, mate. I know a lot of people, I forget to take the carrier bag, so I now have to put 10 pence on my shopping at least. Because I forget to take the carrier bag. I'm not that type of bloke. But do you know what would make it a little bit more? Is that every time you took your own carrier bag, they knocked 10 pence off your shopping.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
So instead of
I've always had this big argument, Aidan, with this. Oh, you must reduce your plastic. Hello. What? As a consumer, it doesn't matter what you buy. It's in plastic. You are forced. You have been actually forced down that road of using plastic, and it's so like, well, why is it my fault as a consumer, and I'm getting punished for it when it's so like, well, I can't buy anything else. It's in plastic. So that's always really bugged me. This, we need to be greener and we need to be better and all that. Like, it's like, yeah, I appreciate that we have to be, but when I used to buy a bag of chips when I was a kid, it used to be in a paper bag.
Yeah, or it used to be in newspaper.
Yeah. Now you go to a chip shop and you have to buy it, and it's in a carton. It's in a plastic tray. I didn't ask for that plastic tray.
No, stick in the bag so at bottom where all your vinegar went down at the bottom, you'd be walking home with a great big trail of it.
Well, you understand where I'm coming from. It's so like, it's very it's how can you put it?
I see you.
Your governments are definitely telling you, so like, you must reduce your plastic. You must reduce your plastic. But when all the things that you buy are wrapped in plastic, how can you reduce it?
Do you know what, though? Do you know what? Over all these years, they can put a man on the moon, they can do all these space trips, you can make hands that you can feel the touch on them, you can fly drones over hundreds of miles, but what you can't do is you can't make a carton that's biodegradable.
Mm.
You know, like, if you just say the meals for one, if you could actually make all the stuff where you could actually put it back into the ground and it's just going to go away, it's not going to contaminate anything, and we can't find that to do it. I was watching a good thing about, you know, the plastic things you get in your televisions, you know, like styrofoam.
Yeah.
Well, it were a big thing about it. You couldn't really recycle it. So what these young kids have done in America is they've found a way to make it into carbon. You know, the carbon that you can use for filters?
All right.
So if they burn it and add the right chemicals to it at a certain temperature, all these now to be recycled can go into carbon for filters for water and stuff like that.
I have seen on Grim Green. I've never seen them in this country though. Grim Green's bought some packages. Had some packages delivered, and you know them little nuggets, them plastic nuggets that you get.
Yep.
That you fill your boxes with. Well, normally the polystyrene, but some of the ones that he's been sent, it's actually rice. It's edible.
Yeah, I saw him eat one.
Yeah, and I thought, well, one that's good for pets. So for argument's sake, you know what dogs and things are like. One that's good for your pets, one that's good for your kids, and two, it's good for the environment.
Yeah.
Why can't they make more out of that?
The best thing about it is instead of actually eating anything, just order things and just eat rice.
Yeah, I mean, imagine it. Your big telly comes, or you buy a new kettle and it's got, instead of it being plastic, it's that rice stuff. Tonight we shall feast.
Jay Joy says he had the rice once it turns to mush wet. That's still chewing it. Kids, what we've got to eat? A brand new 52-inch television and a lot of mushy rice.
Yeah.
Be grateful. How can 3 million Chinese people be wrong?
Exactly. But it's a thought, isn't it? I mean, I've also heard that you can make plastic or a form of plastic with hemp as well, and that is biodegradable.
Yeah, I've heard obviously about hemp. Everybody bangs on about hemp, how that can be used, and that's biodegradable. It's something that needs to be looked at. Like I said, you can put a man on the moon, you can send things to Mars, but you can't get the bit where... You've got to look at some of them places in Nigeria, though. Have you seen that? I was watching it the other week. And all the rivers are all polluted, and there's just plastic and crap everywhere. And because they've got such a high rate of poverty, all these people are sifting through rubbish to eat.
I mean, another thing that bugs me, we have a recycling bin, which, but you can only put certain things in the recycling bin, and the things that you think, oh, that's recyclable, no, you can't put that in. You're sort of like, what? Jan were on about it the other day. We had a carton of, what were they now? Spring rolls. And the bottom part of the carton, which is like a hard plastic, that can go in the bin. But the top part, the bit that is the cellophane type, you can't put that in because you can't recycle that bit.
Be lovely that night owl. It's like that one as well. You know your pizza boxes. Now, I don't mean the pizza boxes that you order from the takeaway. I can understand why that can't go in there because it's contaminated with food. But the ones that you get from the supermarket where the pizza inside is actually in another bit of plastic, why can't they go in there? Because that's not been contaminated with food because it's already been plastic.
Yeah, no. Oh, Night Owl wants to interview you.
Yeah, she's absolutely a lovely lady. One of our mates, Boss Man, she's from Willem Channel. She's absolutely great. Please get over there and check her channel. She does loads of wonderful different bits and bobs, so go and check her out. She's absolutely wonderful. Not really into the vaping scene, more crafts and stuff like that, but she's so nice. Such a lovely lady.
Awesome. Like a bit of interviewing.
Once the food contaminated, you can only recycle what can be washed. Yeah. So yeah, it's the whole
recycling is a science in itself. Believe it or not, it really is. It's not as simple as you think it is. But
see, this is where I'm not quite sure when the rule changes or where you can make the rule change. It's got to be smack now for the 10ml bottles on it.
Oh God, I've fingers crossed that once this blooming Brexit finishes and over and done, we can settle down and get rid of this stupid bloody 10ml bottles.
How much do you miss? And it is something that I do miss. I was thinking about it the other day, where you could just, because I'm fed up of these Nick shots.
Oh, I am.
I'm absolutely fed up. I also think the juice does not taste the same as what it would have been if somebody had made a batch, steeped it, and then decanted it. You know what I mean? So I miss just getting them 30ml bottles with the Nick already in it. It's already been steeped properly. The flavours were a lot better.
Do you know what I genuinely miss? I miss my dropper bottles. My glass dropper bottles. Yeah. I miss my drops. Because I'm a dripper, I normally have that straight in. Jobs are good.
I miss it, yeah. I think the other people are still doing is like dinner ladies and that, aren't they?
Yeah. I do miss it. I really do. This 10ml, and see, the problem is with 10ml bottles nowadays is so like half of blooming juice companies want to keep them.
Yeah.
Obviously reasons, because obviously they've spent that much blooming money with TPD making sure that they're all compliant. It's all like, well, hey, hang on a minute, we're happy with these 10ml bottles.
And I'd say another thing I'm missing as well is when they're sending it out for review. Because when it was sent out for review and it had the nicotine already in it, you knew what that taste was going to be. Where now they're sending out the bottles and you're adding the Nick, which I always recommend 24 to 48 hours anyway, but you're going to have to keep shaking it. I still don't think the flavour that you're getting would have been as good as if it's been steeped with the nicotine in it for, say, they could have been doing it for a month, 2 months before they actually decant it.
I mean, when I started doing juice reviews, it was prior to the TPD, and you used to get some gorgeous juices, and you knew what it was going to be like. But now, adding, I think the biggest gripe I have is when they send a 10ml bottle with 0 nicotine, and you've got to add your Nick to it.
Yeah. And
trying to work out the exact measurement for a 10ml bottle, I mean, it's not so bad if you've got a normal 60ml bottle, refillable like we normally do. It's got 50ml of juice and you put 18mg of nicotine in, and that works out at 3ml Nick. You try messing about with that with a 10ml bottle, and it's sort of like, well, how many drips is that?
And also, the thing again, the steeping bit of it. But when they do send it with 0, you're not going to get. I can't give you an honest opinion. I could tell you what the concentrate tastes like. Mixed with the VG and PG, but I can't say what it tastes like with Nick. I know some people don't take Nick. But I can't really give you a real what it actually is, because you've also got to think with these short fills, even if they don't send a Nick shot and you're going to go and get a Nick shot to put into it, you're diluting what you're putting in there anyway, aren't you? You're sticking another 10ml.
They do add extra flavours and that, like they make the concentration slightly stronger. But there's another thing as well. Not every Nick shot is equal.
It's just like Andy Summerfield just said as well. I was saying this to Mark earlier. I got one from the a Nick shot from just down the shop, and I've stuck it in this reggae juice, and it's now made it a little bit harsh. You know, like a throat hit. And that used to be, you could tell when it was either cheap nicotine.
Yeah.
I think that Just Nick It is one of the best, I think.
Just Nick It, yeah, they're good. Believe it or not, not I Love VG, what are they called now? IVG, is it?
Yeah, something like that, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Their Nick's not bad as well. I bought a stack load of theirs, and that's not
I didn't know they did their own Nick.
Yeah, just pure Nick, yeah. I've got, stack load of it. Where is it here? I bought not long ago. I bought
Yeah, a big box full.
big box full. And
I do get stuff sent with them in.
I love Nick.
See, but that'll be somebody else's. That'll be like a white label Nick and somebody else's.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, that's another thing you're on about white label. It's another reason why I sort of like went really off doing juice reviews, because over the years you could tell that most of the juices that you were reviewing were the same juices, just different label.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like you could tell.
We was talking to a gentleman a number of years ago on one of our shows, one of the last of the summer vape shows, and he was already do they call him alchemists?
Yeah.
He was already an alchemist for a very well known. You know it. He's got very small hands. A lovely bloke. And he was talking about his new range that he'd got. I don't want to get into trouble by mentioning him because I don't think he does it anymore now. But he would talk about his own range, which was really, really good. But he was also talking to people in Manchester about having the same juice of what he'd got in their bottles with their name on it.
I mean, it happens a hell of a lot. And it's one of the reasons why I don't really do juice reviews anymore. It's got to the point where you can kind of tell. So like, I wouldn't say your high-end juice ranges, but so like your mid-range juices, you can kind of tell that. So like,
hey Shelley,
these are the same juices that I reviewed last week.
Tetley.
And it's so like, yeah, you can tell that the white labels. So it was so like. Yeah, it got hard. And I've noticed a lot of hardware companies are doing it now. Hey up, Vic, how you doing?
Jay.
Oh, you've done your what's up, not watching us, you've done your what's up. You know what your fan base is like, blooming heck. If you haven't got it out by 10 o'clock, they're running pitchforks and that lot, Vic. Come on. Get it uploaded.
He had about 65 people like messaging him. Where's the what's up?
Where is it, Vic? Where's my what's up?
Having the same thing in different packaging for another company goes on all the time. The food industry, yeah, we know, yeah. I remember they did it for nappies as well.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, blooming heck,
Mo, bro. You were out drinking last night. Jay Vapes reviews. Yeah, it's I think the industry does it massively. Well, we know we tanks and RDAs and mechs and stuff.
So it does get it hard, especially with juice. Yeah. I do miss the days when Nick was in it. I really do. I used to love it, especially when I first started. And you used to say, "Right, I'm on my way down, bro." I'd go, "Oh, great." He says, "Now I've got you some new juice to review." And I'd be like, "Oh, I can't wait." And you'd bring them in, and and I'd have a look, and they're all in these nice glass dripper bottles, and you're thinking, I can't wait to do these reviews now. Everything we're already in. You didn't have to worry about this sticking a nick shot in it, and I prefer it, so like just buy it and vape it, stop messing about. So fingers crossed with Brexit, fingers crossed. But like I did say, you can understand. You can understand why companies are so like, no, we want to stick with his 10 mils. One, price wise. Two, is so like they've put a lot of money into it and that lot. So
yeah, 3 in a box though. 3 in a box.
3 in a box.
Yeah,
a little one said.
Packet of 3. I always say this. I feel dead sorry for all these companies that did put all that money in, and then all these other companies come out with these short fills, and they're thinking, why did we think of that?
Don't.
All right, tanks are 2 mil, which cheeses me off as well. We have to keep filling them all the time. But your bottles are even nightmare because you're having to take at least 20 mil out with you. So you're having 2 bottles in your pocket, and then you're throwing it away. You
might as well drip.
Yeah, you're constantly doing it. But for going out, I'd rather a tank to go out with.
Do you know on about tanks? I haven't stopped using this again. I think I've had it for about 2 weeks on go. This is my OBS engine 2, and you know I forgot how good it was. And brilliant, I love this tank.
The OBS.
Yeah, the OBS engine 2. Love it to pieces.
I tell you what, now I've changed the drip tip. The Falcon, I still like that. That's. I think it was £4.50 or £5 for a coil for that.
Really?
A local shop here. I think he charged me a bit too much.
Ooh.
Jay will tell us how much is a mesh coil for a Falcon. He'll be able to tell us. And also, while you're there, how much are you selling the Preco tanks in the shop? Obviously, you get them a bit cheaper online, but how much are they actually in a shop? That'd be a little nice to know and all. Vape Don't Smoke, nice to see you, Paul. Paul, are you okay, brother?
Ooh. I'm also running an OBS engine and engine 2 at the moment. Awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. The wicking on this one is so easy. You just literally just drop him in either side. You don't have to do anything fancy or like that. It's never leaked on me, and I've never had a dry it from it. It's the only one I've never ever had a dry it from.
Tom Radio Exacting, nice to see you, brother. Hope you're okay.
Oh, really do like this. What's your go-to tank, bro?
To be honest with you, I haven't really got a go-to tank. At the minute, I've been using a lot on the Phantom, the tank that comes with the Phantom, the Falcon, and I've also been using the iSub 2. I don't like the filling on it, but you can get the bubble glass, Paul was saying, so I'm going to get the bubble glass for it. But it's a low, about 30, I think it's either 35 to 55 watts, something like that.
Hey, Mick. Good afternoon. It's afternoon, I believe.
Hi, Vape's okay, brother?
Yeah, because, I mean, let's face it, you've always been a big, when it comes to it, you're more your tank man than you are your RDA. Yours
also, the RDTAs as well, I quite like. But like you said yourself, you're swapping around that much all the time because you're reviewing different bits and bobs. It's like I've had nothing but the Preco since it came, just to test it because it's obviously for the review. And then I'm going to go on to the mouth to lung one, which the mouth to lung tank on that's absolutely corking. It does look like something you'd make your thingy go up and down on, but
garage door.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Hey, good see, you know how you do your transitions?
Yeah.
You do a transition of a
the garage door goes down. Okay, let's do the pros and cons. Click. I'm going to do that now. I'll do that. But I'll tell you, Mark, how light is that?
It's ace. I'm so impressed. Literally, I got it. What would you got it? Tuesday. Thursday. I got mine. I got that and that. So these are going to be up for testing this week. Ready. But I had a quick go at that one. The Preco Kit Plus. That is corking. That is really nice. Well impressed.
Thank you, Niall. Yeah, it's. By the way, sorry that it says 3 men and a vape show. I must have put the wrong stream key in, which is a silly thing to do. I'll change the picture when we come to it.
Yeah.
And obviously, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Sab's on later on, 8 till 9, and also tomorrow is 3 men and a vape show. And we've also got a special guest, which is.
Oh, and don't forget the home service on a Thursday.
Home service on a Thursday. Nobody forgets that show, bro. I think it's. I've forgotten the gentleman's name, which is very, very unprofessional of me, Mark.
You forgot. But at the time, you was very, very drunk.
I was very drunk at the time. We have got.
Who is it? Who is it? Shit, quick.
Who is it? Quick. It's the Viking. High quality juices. I can't actually pronounce his name. Andre Slow. He's been in a couple of the chats as well. Really nice bloke. He knows Mr. Coil. So we've got him on discussing his coils and his juice and other little bits that he's doing. So that'll be on Monday. And obviously don't forget the own show on Thursday, which was quite a good giggle with Adam on.
And Bill Riches has just realised, when will I be famous?
Yes, it does look like Bros. We did say that. I actually said to Mark, shall I change it? He says, no, leave it.
Beret.
I always remember, in fact, I've got one here. Mark always used to have these on his shoes in 80s. If I can unhook it without breaking everything. Lou went, why have you put them up there? I says, because Mark used to have them on his shoes. There we are.
Probably not the same ones.
No, it's not the same ones.
No gross bottles.
Off at gross bottles. So what he used to do is he used to get his shoes and he used to put them through.
Doc Martens. You used to have them on your Doc Martens.
Doc Martens, that's it. Obviously. I didn't mean like a pair of Clarks. Stylish shoes in the 80s. So he used to have these on his Dr. Martens, walking around with his girlfriend's knickers sewn into his...
my jeans.
In your jeans.
Oh, the 80s. They were good days.
No, I love the 80s. I love the films. Sorry if that's all the thing. I love the films. I love the feel of the 80s. It was a good time. I enjoyed growing up in that. I still don't think you can get that feel of when an 80s film starts and it goes and it comes across and that nice 80s soft rock will come on or something like that.
Oh, we got a weird one on your chat there, dude.
Where?
Twain. Was it twat?
Are racist comments allowed on the stream? No, not at all.
No, go away. Oh dear, what a strange person.
Can we say racist jokes for humour? Do you find racist jokes... No, not at all. There we go.
There.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, he's gone.
Do you know what? I actually feel better.
Do you?
Yeah, because that is the first time I've had a troll.
Yay! You're Vape famous now, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it's the first time I've had a troll. And the thing about it is, if obviously you might be still watching, whoever it was, if it had been like at 9 o'clock, like 8, 9 o'clock, I wouldn't have got rid of you. I'd have been drunk and I'd just ripped the shit out of you for fun. We do not like racist jokes. I don't think we've said a racist joke, have we?
Don't think so.
No, it's not something that we do. We're definitely not racist.
No, definitely not.
Anyway, there were an Englishman, Irishman, and a Scotsman.
Oh, Paddy and Murphy.
No, Paddy, no, you're fine with them.
No.
I've made it. I've got a troll. I can't believe it.
The only troll I normally get is cut your fingernail.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, I'm quite happy with that for some reason. I don't know why.
And Alan's back. Hello,
Hey.
Alan. Hope you're feeling a lot better than you have been doing, kiddo.
The thing about it is that your face went deadpan. I thought, well, what's happened here? And then obviously you were reading it. I'd want to look at that.
Yeah, you were so like one of them weird. What am I reading right? I mean, I'm blooming dyslexic as it comes, like, so it's like I have to double read everything anyway. So
I was always saying just the other day that I'm really lucky that whenever I've gone live or been in most lives, I've never really had.
No, I haven't. No, I've got to admit, touch wood, I've been very, very lucky that way, especially on charts.
So he's probably going to now look for the soulohm service. I'm going to probably get loads of stuff on my channel now. Oh, well.
Oh, well, never mind.
Join the club. I'm quite happy.
Yeah. What are we drinking on?
I have a bit of bud. I'm having I'm having a cheeky little bit before my dinner.
Mm.
And then I'll probably nod off before the Savs show. Wake up at 7:30 and then be ready to go. And it's going to be a lot better than it was last week because last week...
Oh, what? Technology without interesting name. Scanners used that to talk with computers in the 80s and 90s. A night owl thinks the
only thing that I could think that he was actually meaning was when we said, how can 3,000 Chinese or 3 million Chinese people be wrong?
I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm definitely not worrying about it because a lot of Chinese people do eat rice. That's where it comes from.
A lot of Chinese people do eat rice.
Yes, it's a stable part of their diet. It's not like I'm being racist. How can that be racist?
On about China, I watched Grand Tour last night.
Yep.
Friday's edition, and they had this. They went over to China, not to spoil the actual show, but the first pan that they was doing was a woman in a paddy field. And when they zoomed out of this paddy field, it was on top of a blooming skyscraper.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it were a full-blown... When obviously they zoomed in on her, it were a full-blown, you'd think it was in the middle of the countryside, paddy field. You know, with the big straw hat and everything. Paddy field woman doing her thing in the paddy field. And then when they actually zoomed out, it was on top of a skyscraper. It was
I did see that there was in... what cars were they in?
BMW...
and the one had where you could go to sleep. Clarkson, you could go to sleep.
Yeah.
May had... what did it May have?
What did May have? Mercedes.
Say that blew up, didn't it? And then Thingy had one of them steam room in it.
What did Hammond have? He had an American Cadillac.
They haven't actually got that much room really in China, have they? They have to use everywhere.
Okay. Honestly, that one shot, I thought Reverend would like that shot. They just from close up, you'd swear blind that he was in China in the countryside. When they just zoomed out, it was literally on top of a skyscraper. It was so like, wow.
I'll tell you what, they do a lot of interesting designs as well. I was watching instead of having an escalator going up, it must have been, however, say 20, 30 foot wide, and it was just like a spiral staircase that actually moved.
Mm-hmm.
And it went like a corkscrew all the way up. Some amazing way they do stuff.
Well, it's like they're building motorways in China now. They've built more motorways than any other country
in the last 30 years, isn't it?
And some of them, and they're spanning mountains. They're not just spanning a bit of water. They're literally spanning mountains, and you think, Jesus. There was one bit, zoomed out camera work, and it looked like a scale electric.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
It was like, wow. So absolutely amazing.
It was. Where did they have that one where the nuclear plant went down? Was that in Tokyo or somewhere?
Oh yeah, I know what you're about.
Well, you know, like all their road structures were just completely demolished with that earthquake. But in 9 weeks, they got it all back up and running. Now, if that had happened in the UK, it would still be there for, I don't know, 20 years.
Honestly, when you look at the actual infrastructure that they're building, it's so like, jeeps, we are so backwards. Absolutely so backwards.
Fukushima, if I said it right.
You said what?
Fukushima? Or Fukushima? Fukushima. Yeah.
Not saying that. I'm not even going to try and...
Go on, try it.
Yeah, well, I would say, yeah, Fukushima.
Fukushima.
Fukushima. Yeah, there's not much other way you're going to pronounce that, is there?
They also sorted a huge sinkhole in 24 hours flat. It's like, we're on the A19, and they're always digging the road up to put something down. In fact, one year, they dug it up to put bigger pipes in to be able to cope with all the new houses and stuff like that. It took them absolutely ages to do it. All traffic backed up, lorries, everything. They buried it all, and then they realised they'd put the same size pipe in as what they took out. So they had to dig it all back up again. Can you imagine explaining that? It's not working. It's like exactly same before it is. Oh no, we put the same size pipe in Denzel. So they've got to go and get... How big would the pipe be with that big? How'd you know that or holding it? How can you put the same piping in that you just took out? So they had to dig it all back up again. That's Doncaster, it is built.
Knowing them, it's probably actually the same pipe.
Yeah, I washed it.
Washed it down, it's right. It'd be right, that.
I tell you what, as well, the other week we had a problem with the water, it were off. And then it come back on again. And when the water came back on, it was brown. And I'm thinking, so I'm not drinking that. And then I thought to myself, what about if they've got the pipes mixed up?
Oh. That's
Poo pipe.
Poo pipe.
That would not be very good, that would it?
It is Doncaster.
It is, yeah. If they can't find out the right piping they're putting in the ground.
Yeah. I'm surprised, especially where you live. I'm surprised they haven't done a bypass from A19 somehow. Because going through your village, because you're sort of like would you class it as a village? Bentley?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because there's Bentley and Toll Bar.
Because sort of like that main road going into Bentley is so tight, and it's a major road.
And you've got cars on either side. Obviously, it wasn't built for that all them years ago.
No.
And it actually sank this road. The main road here, it sank because of the pit. Before it was actually level.
Really?
And it sank near Druids, where the pub that I had. It sank.
It's not just Doncaster; it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's right. It's just and the problem what you're getting is because a company will bid at the council and it'll be top whack money in the council. Go, there you go, you have it. So then this top whack company then subcontracts it down to another one, who'll then subcontract it down to other one. And by the time it comes to the people doing it, there's very little money on it, and they can't pay people for nights. Because it'd make perfectly sense not to do it in the daytime, is to do it at night time when the roads are a little bit quieter.
Sorry, Salford, it's his fault.
Sat waiting on wrong vid. Sorry, mate. What it was? It's the stream key. Salford, if you could do me a favour, you couldn't just nip back there and tell if anybody's waiting. We're over here.
My brother shut you for 3 weeks here, waiting for them to come on, and you never did.
Poor old Danny sat there, isn't he?
Poor Andy UK. I'm sat here with my shade, and you still not come on.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's sort of like all the cuts that are happening. It's just amazing that you've watched. The library that we've got here is run by volunteers. There's not a librarian.
Really? But saying that, I mean, do people use it?
Well, yeah, you see, what I like about it is it's got all computers in there. So just say your child needs somewhere quiet to go. Not only can they find the information that they want on the internet, they can also find it in reference books. And it's teaching them to reference as well, not just use a computer. So they've got a quiet area, and especially if it's like me, I've got 3 children. So say Ollie trying to do her homework and Daniel. Pardon?
Have you got 3 children?
Well, I've actually got 4, but one of them doesn't live with me. Yeah. So they can go there, and there's desk space, and they can do whatever they want to do there. And I think that's Mum, Dad, I'm off to the library to do my homework.
What I was trying to get at was, is it well used?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, because you get a lot of these people sort of like complain that sort of like the library's not being used or the post office, and then you find out, well, when was the last time you used post office? Oh, ages ago. And you think, well, why do you think it's closing?
Well, I still think that a lot of it's like our post office is shutting. There's a lot of people who use it. You're forever queuing when you go there, especially if you post packages. Because they've closed the bank here as well. We haven't got any bank, so you could put money in instead of having to go into town to do it. So you go to your post office, give them a card, and put your money in. Some people might not use it. You might not be a big one who goes in there, but there is a lot of people that use the banks and want to change money and businesses wanting to get change.
Well, we used to have here in the village. I mean, we're a pit village here, and we used to have how many banks?
We had Barclays.
We had Barclays in NatWest.
Halifax.
Halifax. We had about 4. We've got none now.
No, we haven't.
Got none. Well, banks are gone. We've lost the post office. There are plenty of takeaways. I mean, it's just full of takeaways.
Yeah,
takeaways and barbers.
That's exactly what we've got, and bookies. So we've got 3 bookies. We must have on least on this one street between cafes, takeaways. I bet there's at least 25 to 30. There's 3 nail bars, 3 Turkish hairdressers. Richard's the old hairdresser, then about 5 or 6 women ones. So let's work it out. There must be a lot of gambling fat blokes with long hair who need their nails doing in Bentley. Because the actual things that you need, they've shut down.
Yeah, they've got rid of it. And round here, they're building like bloody nobody's business with houses.
I'm going to tell you another thing. And all what we went shopping the other day, and obviously we go to Aldi. We've always gone to Aldi. So my wife and my daughter, they're on a diet. They want to do healthy eating, which I commend. I think that's absolutely great. So they go to Chub Club on a Tuesday, right? And it's a £5. So you spend that money out, and they give you a nice little booklet of what not to eat and what you should do. And you get to go and get weighed and say you've lost £3 or you put 2 on because you had a takeaway. We know the sketch on that from Peter Kay. I've done it plenty of times. And then, so we went shopping. Now, I was looking at these apples. These apples, which were pink something apples, they're right nice, some juicy, sweet ones. I'm thinking, I'm going to have some of them. So 6 in a packet, £3.75.
£3.75?
For 6 apples. So I went to pick these fun size ones up. They were the size of like a small tangerine. They were £1.25. I went, we're having them. We're having them. We're not having anything else. We'll have the small ones. It's like 3 bites and it's done. So then you go on to the next aisle and you've got a ginormous pack of, they're not Snickers. They're called something else like Snigger or something like that. Right?
I got some Snickers.
I'm going to have some Snickers. Don't say that. We're going to have a load of people coming on about racist jokes. Right? So you could buy them for 89p. So 6 apples will cost you £3.75, or you can get 4 Snickers, or whatever we're going to call them, for £1. How's that healthy eating? You'd think what they'll do is we'll subsidise them all and we'll have cheaper fruit.
Oh yeah, it don't work out. I mean, I've seen quite a few of them on Facebook. Where it's sort of like you go to McDonald's or somewhere like that, and at McDonald's you can buy a burger for £1, but the salad's £4 somewhere. It's like, what?
You're not promoting for anybody to eat healthy eating.
And
half of this stuff is processed crap.
Well, you know me with my diabetes and that. Like, my wife is absolutely amazing. She really is. And the security guards around blooming Tesco's or Aldi's or wherever must really sort of like think, hey, up, it's her again. Because honestly, she's like this with all information and that lot, and checking this and checking that, and you wouldn't believe what sugar's in. You just won't believe it, and the way that they try and hide it as well is unreal.
I swear to God, we didn't have this processed crap when we were kids. No. You know, like you can buy these like frozen meals and stuff like that, and like you said, the amount of salt and sugar that's going into them.
I'm wondering if it's because, as also, when we were kids, things were seasonal as well.
Yeah. You didn't get sprouts until Christmas, really, did you?
Yeah. November time.
Yeah.
That's when sprouts came. Same like with your strawberries. Your strawberries was sort of like you're a summer fruit and things like that. But whereas now you can go into a supermarket and buy whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah.
You want sprouts, you want your strawberries, you can go in and go and get them. I wonder if it's actually something to do with that as well, and the mass production of it.
Do you think a lot of it as well is that they're trying to keep it fresh? You know, like a lot of preservatives. Where like years ago, if you wanted to preserve it, you either stuck it in a load of vinegar or a load of sugar. You know what I mean?
It's a very strange. And another thing that everyone's got an allergy. They've either got asthma, they've got allergic to this, or they can't have that, or they're intolerant to this and that. I can't remember ever that having when we were.
I remember everybody having. Well, not everybody having asthma. I remember people having asthma, but I can't remember anybody in our class that had a nut allergy. I can't remember anybody going over there. Look at Steve; he looks a bit bloated. Don't worry, he's lactose intolerant. We never had any of that. Or you can't feed him that sandwich because it's gluten, whatever, and
well,
maybe these people just suffered in silence. They were just like loads of kids with really big swollen tongues and couldn't breathe for a while. Sat there with a packet of KP nuts going. But you know, like years ago, especially being a northern lad, your dad would go, you're going over the top here, son. There's nothing bloody wrong with you. Now get him down here. You're having nothing else. They'll be outside and be waiting for you next week. You can't have a gobstopper. Eat your fucking nuts.
it makes you wonder, though, doesn't it? It's like, where did this all that come from? Because I can't remember as a child. I cannot remember. So like having to be careful of what foods you eat.
Lisa was saying as well, the body takes longer to decompose. It takes longer to decompose these days for the very same reason, preservatives.
What, people take longer to decompose?
I think that's how it reads. You read it, Mark. Bodies take far longer to decompose these days. Most, to be honest with you, a lot of people now, or I feel, don't actually get buried.
Hello, Lisa.
It's nice to see Lisa. Hope you're okay, sweetheart.
Thing is, though, that is a bit of a strange and worrying thing. That how does Lisa know about decomposing bodies? Mike, I'd watch yourself there, like.
Yeah.
She's sussing you.
That's it, yeah.
It's all like, Lisa, have you been checking my insurance lately?
Yeah.
She knows how long your body's going to take to decompose.
Poor old Mike's laid on bed with a tube stuck up his arse going, what's happening here? I'm embalming, love. I'm embalming. I thought that would buy Nivea.
Watch out if Lisa ends up buying pigs, especially 6 pigs, is it?
Oh, yeah, they start eating.
No, it only takes 6 pigs to eat a human body.
Yeah. That's all you need, isn't it?
I'd watch yourself.
It's like you read a lot of them cases, don't you, where people have they thought they were getting ill and they found out that it's actually the wife who's slowly poisoning them.
Yeah.
I think they won it paper the other day.
It's like that joke on Facebook. That
Not racist, is it?
This bloke's on his deathbed and his wife's there tending to him, and he says he's just near enough about to go to the mortal coil, and he says, "Love," he says, "before I go," he says, "I've got a confession," and she rubs his brow and says, "Sweetheart, it's all right. It doesn't matter now." He goes, "No, I've got to tell you something before I go." She goes, "No, honestly, sweetheart, it doesn't matter now." He goes, I've got to clear my conscience before I go." He says, "I slept with your sister." She goes, "Yeah, I know. That's why I poisoned you."
Yeah. I read another good one as well about a bloke and his wife. He's on his deathbed, or he's passed away, and she's reading the will out. And he's saying that he's not leaving his money to anybody. What he wants to be done is he wants to be buried with all his money. So she went, "Yeah, no problem." She'll write him a cheque and put it with him. Yeah, it's a world. It's a strange world that we're living in, isn't it?
It's a very strange world. Especially when it comes to food. Honestly, especially because of the way that I am, honestly, it's a nightmare. Jan does an amazing job, she really does, but honestly, it's hard work. It really is hard work. I
also think as well the young girls these days don't really know how to cook. Obviously, our mum everything was freshly cooked. We had a fresh home meal, good wholesome meals as well. There wasn't no crap. And I don't think these people, because you got to think a lot of people feed the kids. My kids have chicken nuggets. Don't. I'm not saying that we don't, but we have good meals. You know what I mean? Stews and stuff like what we had before. Rice with this. I don't think a lot of kids have it. I know plenty of people who go to Chippy all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
Chippy's a treat, isn't it?
Yeah, Chippy is a treat. I mean, well, takeaway is a treat, isn't it? Seriously, in America, they have body farms for forensic scientists to learn their art. They are having problems because bodies can't decompose in the correct time frame. Wow.
Right.
That's interesting. I like all
yeah.
that. Well, no, I don't like dead bodies, but the science bit.
Well, my mate's dad used to be is it a mortician? He used to do post-mortems.
Mortician!
Yeah, it works at hospital. Mr. Stokes. I don't think I'd be able to do that job, especially when they have start doing that because you've touched a nerve.
You haven't lived until you've tried a meatball Marion pasta dish. Okay. Nitel's lactose intolerance.
And allergic to broccoli.
Broccoli? Oh, that's an odd one. I'm not a big fan of broccoli.
I've watched a little bit on that with the D, because they do leave it as well to see how long flies live inside them. So, you know, when they're doing investigations for murders and stuff like that.
Mm.
They know how far the whichever creatures are crawling into them have gone, so they'll know how long that body's been there.
Mm.
Near enough to the exact time.
But that smells.
Yeah. I bet that does smell.
That smells.
Yeah, it's not some. By the way, I do apologise. It is that time of the day where people might be halfway through the Sunday dinner.
And we're talking about decomposing bodies.
Yeah, that's the last thing you need. Well, bro, we're down to the last 5 minutes. We've done an hour.
I can't believe that. That's gone really, really.
It's gone really quick. I've right enjoyed it. It's very impromptu, and I know it's got the wrong tag on it. I will change that over. We'll have to do a few more of these.
Yeah.
Just an odd quick live.
Yeah, I think it's always good.
I'm loving the fact of these. Obviously, I'm doing it on the Shav show as well. These hours. I think the hour is better than the 2 hour.
Yeah, I mean, when we're doing the home service, we've always tried to stick it around the hour area, and I've always found that an hour's long enough. So, like, to do it without sort of like getting. What can you say? You're having to worry about too much content, because 2 hours is a long show to just chew the fat. In general terms, well, I like me hours.
Salford's only got only have a rotten leg anyway, Aiden. The thing about it when we did the last of Summer Vapes, I think we did it week in, week out. It wasn't very often. We had a week off, and we used to have to try and get that content for obviously your first 25 minutes were made up of what you're vaping, a little bit of a giggle. Then we'd get on a bit of news, and you'd probably get that to about 9, just gone 9, and then we'd try and do the casters questions, and then you were trying to fill then, which were all right if we'd gone on a rant or if we'd sort of like got something to talk about, but there's been plenty of shows where we've sat there at like 9:15 and thought, shit.
Do you think that's because also at the present moment, especially here in the UK and Europe, things are a little bit quiet? When we was doing the last Summer Vapes, obviously we had the pre-TPD, then we had the post-TPD, and there was a lot going off at that time. Whereas at the present moment, the whole thing's obviously focusing on Brexit. We seem to be very in a null area.
I don't think there was as many shows either, were there?
No, that's true, yeah.
There wasn't as many shows, so obviously a lot of this stuff you're trying not to regurgitate what somebody else has already spoke about. You've got to think there's a hell of a lot of shows from when we were on.
There is, yeah, there's a lot of shows. But I think, like I was saying, the content-wise, everything seems to be very calm at the moment. There's no one really majorly ruffling anyone's feathers or anything. We're all literally waiting for this Brexit to see where vaping lies here in the UK. But at the present moment, I think vaping as a whole, as in the UK, I think we're doing really well. I think we're doing really well. There's no major attacks on the vaping industry here in the UK at the present moment, and there's no pulling or there's no fighting majorly going off. Everyone seems to be on a quite happy
even
playing.
keel.
Yeah. Whereas obviously in America it's still up in the air and everything. So I think that does kind of lack the how can you put it? News. You're trying to get information out to people.
Yeah, like what Bill said, there's not a load of innovative, I can never say that word, stuff, any new stuff that you can really shout and scream about.
No. I mean, so like, regarding vape gear across the board, we have come to that, it is a regurgitation of something similar. And I was saying that towards the end of last year as well. That so like the year has come in, there's nothing been majorly. Wow, that's totally new. That is something absolutely new to the table. It's been very, very calm, even in the industry. I mean, all right, yeah, we've just had China New Year. So obviously, the new stuff's going to start rolling through. So hopefully this is really when the vaping year kind of starts, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what the May Expo is always good about, isn't it? Which is just around the corner. We are actually going jam. If anybody out there is going to Vape Jam in London, me and Mark are having a bros tour. We'll be vlogging it all as well from the very start when we set off all the way down. And then we'll be... and then I'll get that out the day after. And then we're at Expo in May, which we're looking forward to. Paul McCartney's coming as well, which is going to be great.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for Jam. Really, really am looking forward to Jam. It's a bit weird one.
It's a different Expo, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. But it's also different because they're doing it Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, no Sunday.
Yeah, no Sunday, which is a bit of a weird one.
They're having 2 B2B days, aren't they?
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Do you know anyone famous going there?
I'm not quite sure. I've not looked.
Yeah, I'm going to say, because I don't even know if... Because Grim was there last year, wasn't he? But I don't know if he's going this year, so...
I don't think he's going to that one, because that NC something's on, isn't it? What Lethal's going to?
I thought that was next month.
I don't know.
I thought that was in March.
I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, Alan's going. I can't wait for that as well, because you'll catch us all in a... I was a threesome there, but I didn't mean it as it come out. Neither did the vicar. There'll be me, Alan, and Mark walking around, which we always stick together. It's such a good giggle.
MF, are you guys going down to Jam? Lisa? That'd be cool. Meet them up again.
Did they go to Jam last time?
No, they went to London one though, didn't they?
Yeah, they went to the Vape Finder.
Because
it's only a train away for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good at the XL. Really good.
No Expo. Oh, wow. How come? Get your sense down.
Oh, it's not going to be the same out here at Expo.
Yeah. Blimey, no.
It's a good old giggle at Expo.
Oh, yeah, I like Expo. I can't wait for Expo. Going down there Thursday.
Yeah.
But we won't do what we did last year.
In the May. Well, I want that bad on the... obviously, because you didn't come down until the Saturday, did you?
No, I didn't
Saturday
come
night,
down.
and then went home on the Sunday. So I was pretty good all the way up until the Saturday night, and then I got absolutely leathered with Village Vapor, Andy Summerfield, and Dillygaff.
Oh, Mike's going, but Lisa's not. Oh, I'm so gutted that you're not coming, Lisa.
No.
Oh. That's a shame.
It is close to Expo. It's like what me and Mark says. We don't spend a hell of a lot of money when we're there. It'll cost us for Mark to drive down. Bit of petrol money, bit of parking. Yeah. You take your sandwiches in your backpack. Postman Pat flask.
You'll be having your He-Man one, won't you?
Yeah, I'll have my He-Man one.
You have your He-Man?
Orco top.
Yeah, I'm having my Transformers one.
Yeah. Jay, have you seen the new Mech Mark?
No, I haven't. Well, I might have, but MRK, the MRK Mech. No, I haven't. Don't think I have anyway.
Tom, that'd be lovely to see you there, brother. If you do come, make sure you come and grab hold of us. Jay says he doesn't like it.
That'd be awesome.
You did say that last year, though, Jay, and you ended up getting there, didn't you? Yeah, Village Vapor, he lost all ability to talk at one point. Grimmy built XL.
There you go.
There wasn't absolutely loads around there. We went for a walk. I think we went wrong way, me. I think we should have gone the other way, but we had a very good walk around London, didn't we?
We saw the eye in the dome.
Yeah.
And we thought it was Thames, and it wasn't.
No. It was some other canally thing.
Let's face it, we were two northern lads coming down to Big Smoke, and we hadn't got a clue, had we?
And everywhere smelt of weed.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
You walk about 200 yards, I go, Mark, can you smell that? And he go, yeah, somebody's growing it somewhere here. Everywhere smelt of weed. So, bro, what have you got coming up on your channel this week? I might as well ask you that before we leave.
Right, what's coming up is what I've got to edit. I've already just done the recording of it before we went live. I've got the Ice Spider mech. which is that one. I've just literally done the up and close section of that. I've got to edit it after this. And I've got the Tesla Sig Wii 2.
Oh, wicked.
That's coming up next week. And obviously the home service on Thursday. On Thursday. And you will be with us, won't you?
I will be with you.
Yes. So join me and little bro and Chrissy baby on Thursday.
That's if you haven't killed the postman.
The postman. Wow, what's up with postman?
Well, apparently his package didn't turn up. Something
right.
time for it, something like that. And they were going to kill the postman.
I've just been shown vape porn here. It's loading. It's loading. That's taking a while. Oh, there we go. Yes, I am over 18. I think so, anyway. Am I over 18?
Only just, Mark. Only just. You better be over 18 because I'd be very young.
All right. Oh, yes, I have. I didn't know what it was called, James, but yes, I have seen it. Very, very nice. But I don't know how much it is. How much is it?
I just killed the internet by doing that. I won't do that. We went down to 18 frames per second then.
Oh, I'll come off it then.
No, it's not you, it was me. I pressed it. We'd have gone. Right then, people, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining me and my big brother on Bros at Home. It's been a while. It must be a good year since we've done one.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I've right enjoyed it though. It's a good giggle.
So, it's always a giggle.
I just want to say thank you very much to everybody joining us in the chat. It's been absolutely fantastic to have you all here. We didn't realise we'd get this many in, did we? On a Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon.
Mark, thank you so much for joining me, bro. You know how much I love you.
I love you too, kiddo, and it was a pleasure.
Yep, absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much to all the spanners. Do appreciate it. And we'll see you again, people. Thank you so much. And have a very good
Sunday afternoon.
And don't forget to come join us on Sabs later. We will have all the good stuff like what's your favourite cheese? It is. It's our new segment. We're keeping it. I'm going to even do like a talk over thing in a bit. I'm going to do a couple of bits for Sabs to make it a little bit better. And then I'm going to do a talk over bit where I go, what's your favourite cheese?
What is your favourite cheese?
I don't really know. I like all sorts of cheese, me.
I do. I love cheese.
I like... I'll tell you one that I do like is I like the one with onion and chives in it. It's a white cheese. It's like a crumbly white cheese with onion and chives in it. You can't kiss anybody afterwards, but it's...
Why not?
Yeah, I love cheese. You can't beat a bit of cheese. Especially before bed.
You love a bit of cheese.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that were even better as well when we were on show. I think Mobo were on as well when we were on about Red Leicester as a strip club.
Yeah.
So you were half cheese and half... Which bit do you nibble first? Right, I love you loads. Look after yourself and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.